Hi everyone, Paolo here. Welcome to just another dang how-to channel. So on this video, we're gonna cover Selenium web scraping with Python. So Selenium was originally a automated tool for testing, but it's also a good tool to add on your arsenal for web scraping. So to recap, we went to toscrape.com. We strip off this particular uh, fictional bookstore, but this one is pretty simple. It doesn't have any JavaScript, so we're now going to try to scrape this Coats website, and inside here we're going to try to use Selenium to log us in this form, and then also go in this Coats version where it's the content is rendered by JavaScript. But to get us started, we're gonna start with this very static one. So let's get into installing Selenium. So to install Selenium, I'm just gonna go back to my project. If you're outside the virtual environment, just do pipenv like this, pipenv shell, and that should get you back in the shell. So I'm just gonna go pip list, make sure I don't have the library that is Selenium. So from the Selenium documentation, you could go here and read the docs and check out the other cool stuffs here. So from here, I could go pip install Selenium, and that should install Selenium for me. And the other piece that I need to download is the Chromedriver. So this one, I'm going to use Homebrew to install it. So if I just go brew install Chromedriver, that should give me Chromedriver, unless it's been moved to Homebrew cast, which I think it has been. Yep, so it's not found on the direct Homebrew, it's found on the cast. So you could just say brew cast install Chromedriver. That should be the same thing. Already downloaded, boom, and cool. Now let's start a project. So I'm going to create a new file. I'm going to say selenium scraper.py. I'm just going to copy some of these here. I'm going to use URL open and go here. The URL that we're going to scrape is the static one first. So we're going back here. We're going to scrape this particular website, and I'm going to say URL is that, and I'm going to say HTML would be URL open, and we're going to target that HTML, and then we're going to open BeautifulSoup. We're going to say BeautifulSoup, target that HTML, and then we're going to use the default HTML parser for Python, and then we're going to create a quotes. I'm going to say soup find all, and let me go to the website, and what you need to do is just inspect the DOM. So from here you can see that it's all under a div tag with a class of quotes. So back here, we're just straightforward enough. We did this before, so we just say div and target the class, and then target the class name. So that would be that. And I'm gonna create a for loop. Let's try printing the length to make sure everything's right. And then from here on the terminal below, I just call Python Selenium, and that should call the script. And it says HTML is not defined. So HTML, oops, because I did it wrong. Shoot. So we got 10 results. So now I'm gonna do a for loop. So I'm gonna say for, wait, it's easier if we traverse the directory that we need. So it's going to be quotes, and what we want to grab is the title, this text, span text. So it's easier while we have it here. Let's grab the first item. First item on quotes would be index 0. And then we're going to say find. We're going to say span. Same thing we did there. And we say class. And span with class of text. Text. And this would give us that one. I'm going to say get text. So let's run the script now. And there you have it. The world as we have created is a process of our thinking. So now I'm going to create a for loop. So for quote in quotes. And instead of calling that quotes, I'm just going to remove that. And when I run this, it should give me all of those then. So cool. So it's working fine. So this is straightforward. We did this before. Now we're going to use Selenium. Because if we go back and go to this JavaScript version, so this one has the same structure. If I go to inspect here, it has quotes, span text, and that. But if I go back to our code and change the URL to that one, and I run the same script, it's not going to return me anything. This is because this content is dynamically generated. So if I go to view source, you would see there at the bottom, nothing's on the DOM yet. So the JavaScript is the one putting it on the DOM. So to fix this, we could use Selenium to automate the stuff. And it's going to be cool because you're going to see the browser come to life by itself. So to import Selenium, you just say from Selenium import, we want the WebDriver, and then from here we're going to create a driver. We're going to call the WebDriver, and we're going to call Chrome. So because we installed Chrome from Homebrew, it's now it could be found on our directory. So this one we're gonna call this driver get, and then from here probably need the timer. So let's import the timer. Import time. So what this module allows us to do is we could ask Selenium to wait. So sleep would be time. So this is in seconds. So we could say 1 second wait and then try to read the DOM. So we're still gonna say soup, beautiful soup. No, we're gonna specify HTML. There's a driver and then page source. So whatever's on that page after it navigates there, assign it to HTML. Then we're gonna assign it to beautiful soup. And if I do driver close here at the bottom and run the script again, Python Selenium scraper, I'm gonna say it's automated now. So it's opened up Chrome and it's closed Chrome. As you can see, it read the content of that version of the website, which is pretty cool. So that's a sampling of Selenium for you. So there's other methods that you could do instead of the time sleep, because this is really dependent on the server. So if it's slow, your timer could be off and you won't be able to get anything. So you could use other techniques, which is let's copy this and let's do the other technique. So I'm gonna paste this and the other Selenium scraper technique. Let's see, let's see one here just to differentiate it. Cool. So I have some notes here of the libraries that you need to import. So basically you need to import, I'll just copy and paste it here. You need to import Selenium WebDriver command by Selenium WebDriver support UI WebDriver wait and expected condition. So instead of putting time sleep here, what you could do now is you could do a try. So we're gonna say try. We're gonna assign an element, and this is the funky part. So we say WebDriver wait. So it's, and then assign the driver 10 seconds. So this is WebDriver and then a timer of 10 seconds. So it's gonna keep polling, and then I'm gonna say until, and then we'll say expected conditions, and then we'll say presence of element located, and then I'm gonna put by, and we're gonna say class name, and then gonna put code. And we say finally, and hopefully this should work. So what's this doing is it's gonna wait for the WebDriver to finish loading the page. It's expecting that the page would load the code. So the code is all those divs. So once it finds that code on the page, then we should be able to access it. So let's try running this. This is Python Selenium 1 scraper, allow, boom. Yep, working well. So this would be much better, so you're not depending on setting all those time. You could remove this and that should be good. Cool. So I would like that and start playing around with Selenium. That's pretty much straightforward. You could go to the documentation and all, and you could also let's go to this login. So we're gonna use Selenium and we're gonna inspect the XPath to how we should be able to log in here. Cool. So let's do that now. So let's create another file. I'm gonna call this login scraper.py, and from here I'm gonna import the BeautifulSoup and Selenium. So let's copy this here, and let's copy Selenium WebDriver here, and basically it's the same. We're gonna call it WebDriver, but we're gonna call that login page instead. And then from there, this time let's use import. No, we don't need time because we know that's going to that login anyway. So from here we say we're gonna go find that login element on that page. So login element. So we say driver find. What are we doing? We're going here. It's already on the page. Oh, am I starting from here and clicking on here? Yes, that would also work. That would mimic you going here and then going there. So let's try that. So let's start from here. And then let's say driver find element. by XPath. So if you click and inspect this and you right click here and you say copy and copy XPath and you paste that here, that should go to that link. And then when we go to that link, we're gonna say login, click. So this is gonna simulate clicking that link. And then once that is clicked, it would direct you to the next page. So you have access to the driver again, and you say login element by path. So if I click this, and then this is the path that I want. And I just right click here and same thing, copy path and paste that in here. So I'll probably put single quotes because the path is username. And let's say username here and assign username dot send. Send key should be populated. Yep, send keys. There you go. Took a while, and then just say my username and copy the same thing, because this time the XPath of this one would be very similar but just a type of password. So this would be password. Copy that, and my password. So the next thing you need is the XPath for the submit, which is this, which is the login. So if I go there, XPath type submit. So basically the same, but this time it's not send keys, it's click. Let's change this to submit. Submit, boom, and finally we close the driver. So what's this gonna do is gonna open that website, and then it's gonna try to go to the login link, click on that, and then go here, populate this, and then click on login. So let's see how that goes. So I'm gonna call Python login scraper py. Opening it up, click, and it didn't click the submit. So there's something on the wrong. So we got an error. No such element, locate XPath ID submit. So that's because this doesn't have an ID. So let's look back and inspect this. So it's not an ID, unlike this, like the other form where we said. So this should be type instead, because it's just type, there's no ID. So let's try it again. Close this, put that, and run Python scraper again. Login, boom, boom, and close it out. Cool. If I don't close it out, yeah. If I don't driver closed, then it should just keep it open for me. It's gonna go to the website, click on the link, and now I'm logged in. Cool. And then you could continue your script and scrape this website. Sweet. So that's the Selenium tutorial. Hope I didn't go that fast. Stay tuned for more videos. Cheers. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the likes and hit the comments. Cheers. Bye for now.